everyone, welcome back to another PvP showcase where today we're going to be looking at Peakatrice. Now, one quick thing before I actually get into the showcase, my mic for my PC is fixed again, so I can do more stuff on PC. So yeah, we're back to this, and yeah, let's hop into the hop into the showcase. Now, what we're looking at is the female version of Peakatrice. Now, in case you guys did not know, Peakatrice actually has two different forms, somewhat. The male looks... Actually, I can just show you. The male looks like... let me see this. See, it has more tails, or sorry, more feathers than the female. It's like short and stubby. But yeah, the difference between the female and the male is that, well, one is a physical attacker, the female is a physical attacker, and then the male is a magical attacker. So, yeah. What we're looking at is the physical female version, obviously, with the dim-witted, which is probably the best trait out of all of them, and it is a fire and melee type. Both of them are fire and melee type, just stats are somewhat switched between the attack and magical attack. So yeah, honestly, Peakatrice probably gets better, physical moves, or just better moves in general at the current moment, because melee doesn't really have many good magical options other than Chi Blast, and it doesn't even have Chi Blast, so yeah, whatever. Dim-witted, we already know what dim-witted does. It's just extra damage, and you can click what you want. We have Raging Bonfire, Unguarded Strike, Hint Run, and then Venom Bite for coverage. Now, unfortunately, this thing doesn't have any priority. I would love it if it had Swift Hook, but it just has Venom Bite, so that you have coverage for air types and water types. So 0-0 specifically. And then here are the equipments. Just equip or basic decorative hair clip, ruby pendant, decorative katana. So you can do a ton of damage while also being relatively fast. And I would highly suggest not using a very frail set, because with Raging Bonfire, it kind of scales off of your health. So if you have less health, then you take more damage, and that's never good. And yeah, you basically just are mid-tier speed. You can kill a lot of stuff that are slower than you, which I think this is relatively fast with 100 something base speed. And I don't think I'm going to be showcasing the male anytime soon unless it gets some good stuff, because obviously the physical female is way better. And yeah, that's basically it. Talking to the first battle.